a professional will be able to analyze your personal situation and guide you with the actual tactical approach in your life. Let's see here. Emma. Hi, fam. I've struggled with binging and purging for a while. I'd eat a lot, then purge it and work out for an hour until I felt like I was going to faint. I've been binge free for a couple months, but will sometimes relapse, burp, and purge even if I haven't binged. I'm working on my mental strength and trying to make sure what I eat will fuel me. Does anyone have tips or has gone through something similar? It's hard not to feel alone. So drop some comments down below if you are in the same boat as Emma. So new member, welcome to the fam. Welcome, Emma. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so binging and purging, I eat a lot and then purge it and work out for an hour until I felt like I was going to faint. I've been binge free for a couple of months, but will sometimes relapse. Does anyone else have any tips on the binging and purging? So Emma, you're new to the fam. Have you looked into any of the content with the elimination diet? Have you addressed your food quality or your lifestyle habits? You know, of course, going to need a little bit more context. I'm sure a lot of you responded to this already, but I like to cover these things live as well. And obviously there's a lot here. These are some serious issues that a lot of people deal with, but there's also a lot of context missing. So your schedule, your work schedule, your community, your 7 pillars, that's really important. If you're focusing on your 7 pillars and you're covering your foundation, some of these questions, I shouldn't say a lot, or a lot of them or all of them can answer themselves, but a lot of it comes down to your food quality. And when it comes to binging, when it comes to overeating, when it comes to those hunger cravings, there's a bunch of things that might have some impact. And of course, like Troy just said right here, therapy is always good if you can. Absolutely. I'm not a eating disorder specialist. I'm not an expert in eating disorders. We just deal with this a lot. And many people deal with binge eating and making poor food choices in this country. So obviously I agree with Troy. If you can get therapy, if you can talk to a professional, that's not going to coddle you. That's actually going to help you move forward. So a professional is always the best option, but also sleep issues are a problem. If you're not getting quality sleep, you're going to have a lot of those sugar cravings and a lot of that binge. You're going to make poor decisions, period. But if you're tired, your body is going to signal that craving for sugar. And this is what most people don't understand when it comes to blue light at night, when it comes to a regular sleep schedule, when it comes to, dehydration. Because if you're dehydrated, you're going to feel a lot more hunger pains or hunger pangs, because if your thirst mechanism isn't being quantified or qualified, you're not drinking, you're dehydrated, your body is going to try to get fluid any way it can. So it's going to signal hunger, and you might be overeating when you're actually thirsty. That's why the common thing is to drink a big glass of water 10 to 15 minutes before you eat. That way, if you are dehydrated, it will satisfy that need and you'll actually normalize your hunger feeling. So you're less likely to overeat calorie wise, because obviously water doesn't have any calories. So it could be your food choices, your food selection could be dehydration, could be sleep as well. Because if you're exhausted, your body needs energy. And if you're chronically tired, you're not getting enough sleep, enough rest at night, your body is going to let you know, hey, we need some energy. We're tired. And what's the best way to get energy? Some sugar. So you crave some carbs at night. That's why a lot of people really crave carbs in the evening. It's because you're tired. Go to sleep. You're chronically dehydrated or chronically sleep deprived, which most Americans are, unfortunately. That can be one of those things. So let's see, sit and spin. Therapy, Emma. Find yourself a professional who specializes in disordered eating. As for sleep issues, you need to set yourself a routine and stick to it. Super Jen, I struggle with binging after competing, and it probably took 2 years, and I still struggle. I did go to therapy the first year to help with many issues. So it's not necessarily something you have to go like every single week, but a professional will be able to analyze your personal situation and guide you with the actual tactical approach in your life. Because it's one thing for me to be here on a podcast, have a general paragraph from the Swole fam, and be like, just kind of shooting in the dark right here, just kind of guessing or throwing out some options and reading some posts, but it doesn't necessarily help you directly with your issues. So it's important to have someone really target and hone in on your personal struggles, right? So let's see here. Katie, main advice, go to a professional, your doctor and a psychologist to talk through how you came to that stage, then work on your food quality. Hope you get through it. Agreed. Agreed. Good one. Good one, fam. Let's see here. All right, so good inputs. Those are some tips. And well, it's hard not to feel alone, but you're not alone in the Swole fam. And here's one thing we just tend to go and be like, hey, go see a professional. Remember that some people really still have that stigma around getting professional help. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not a loser. You're not a failure. Seeing a professional is a really healthy thing to do. And you need that because you don't want to be dealing with this your whole life because it can lead to just a lot of struggle, a lot of heartache, and just a lot of just low self-esteem that can really snowball into other areas of your life. So you really want to make sure that you handle this properly from the start. So the Swole fam can definitely help keep you accountable and keep you focused and answer some questions. So Emma, if you're watching or anyone else that's watching now, which all of you, make sure you go into the Swole fam and give that advice to Emma if you haven't already. And also we can get some more context, maybe what you're eating, maybe what you're struggling with, because maybe there's some loopholes or some strategies that in the meantime, some people can't afford a professional. Some people don't have access to that X, Y, and Z. So maybe some other strategies that can help just kind of get that ball rolling. So that's a good start. It's a good start.
Thing, yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack.